First alert weather. You know, the D.C. area here is going to be pretty cold on Monday.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be awfully chilly with Arctic air. In fact, that is when we will enter the deep freeze for practically the entire week. Some of the coldest air in a couple of years on the way for the entire country.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's spreading everywhere, right?
Yeah. No one's going to miss out on this cold weather that's on the way. So go ahead and get buckled up for it. Of course, just looking back at previous inaugurations here, which is always on January the 20th, that makes it a lot easier for me to gather some of these stats for our nation's capital. The hottest was 17 degrees. The coldest was 18. I think we'll certainly be near that, not so much near average of 45 degrees. And wettest was in 1937 with about 1.77 inches of rainfall. Check out the Arctic air that's on the way. Yeah, it's cold today with highs right around 30 to 35 degrees, but milder air moves in for the weekend. And Arctic air, we are into the polar plunge on Tuesday across the board, where temperatures are about 15 to 20 to maybe even 30 degrees colder than norm for this time of year. And you have to remember, January is the coldest month of the year as well. Today, we're right near average, actually, at about 36 degrees in Boston, 37 in Franklin. Similar conditions across Lowell and portions of the South Shore. As those snow showers are clearing out this morning, just keep in mind that temperatures are still lower than freezing for now. So if you've got slick spots on the roadways or untreated roadways, it will likely be slick given the overnight coating of snow that we've seen. As we near the weekend, there's a couple of systems on the way. One will be wet and warm, bringing rainfall. And most of that rain, we think, on Saturday, mind you, is picking up at about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. More intense at about 6 or 7, and then tapering off just before midnight on Saturday. And then Sunday, a whole other set of issues. And this, by the way, does go into Monday. But this is snow, and some of the latest guidance from last night and into this morning has really amped things up. So we're responding accordingly in our forecast, too, which, by the way, if you have that cell phone handy with you this morning, we need you to get prepared for the snow. Pull out the cell phone and scan that QR code, because this could certainly help you out if you've got weekend plans to be traveling somewhere. I think all of southern New England is on guard at the very least for about 2 inches of snowfall. And look at when this was arriving here. Sunday evening after sunset at about 6 or 7 o'clock. This is when we really start to see things intensify into the midnight hour and continuing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday. We'll look at amounts coming up in the second half hour, but just know this is right around a 3 to 5 inch zone for snowfall. Very possible for Metro West. Because of that, we've issued a first alert for Sunday. And then remember, the sharpest cold air that we've had in 2 years is on the way for Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday's wind chills are below 0. So 2 days of a first alert there. We'll talk more about this in just a moment.